We are Liz Lincoln,
and Lainey Davis.
and we write steamy sports romance. What's new with you, Liz?
Well, today is my anniversary, 15 years married and almost 27 years together. So
Oh,
I was a baby when I met my husband, 20 years old.
wow.
So we were new adult romance.
Well,
But
happy anniversary.
yeah, thank you. And I was thinking about this. I was like, wow, he's been playing soccer now for the last 3 or 4 years. So I guess we're kind of a sports romance now.
Totally. You totally
Yeah.
are.
Plus, we go to lots of middle school cross country and track meets, but that's less romantic. That's about our
Um,
daughter.
yeah, I don't know if I've ever been to a middle school cross country meet.
Yeah, it's yeah, uh, very proud of my daughter,
Right, right.
but
So
yeah.
I guess do you just like stand at one spot in the woods and wait for them to run by one time?
We stand at the start and then we try and find a spot in the middle where we can catch them and then go to the end.
Okay. Someone should write like a single mom, single dad romance, and they are helping each other because they got lost in the woods at a cross country meet.
That would be an excellent meet cute.
Yeah. Somebody out there, get on
Yeah, get on that.
it. Well,
Um,
I got my large print edition of Forging Glory up for pre order, and
awesome.
you wouldn't think it would be so hard to just make a bigger version of the paperback, but it
Yeah.
boy, it really has been several days of of hard work for that. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that's done.
Yeah, I've kind of put off doing large print editions of my books because I don't want to dive in and tackle that, but I need to.
Yeah, I got a bee in my bonnet about it a few months ago, and I want at least my Stag Brothers books to be in large print.
Yeah. Well, I've got the one football book, so I should get the second one, and then the third football book comes out in January, so maybe I can even try and get that up for pre-order
Yeah,
at the same time that the pre-order is going right now.
I believe in you.
More things for the to-do list.
Never ending.
Yeah.
Well, you said you also had some sad news.
Yeah. So, one of my favorite sports podcasts is called Snacks. It's Lynn Williams and Sam Mewis, who both play soccer for the U.S. women's national team, and then also in the NWSL. Although Sam's been injured the last couple years, but
Yeah.
they have been doing a podcast for 4 years and it's so much fun. They're best friends and you can just tell from their interactions on the podcast. But they announced today that they are not going to be doing the podcast anymore. And I was listening with my daughter on the way to school and we were both pretty sad about it.
It really
We listened to
stinks.
it together. It's our thing. So
Yeah. Well, and I didn't realize the Midge Purse podcast was a limited run at the World Cup because I loved her
yep.
as a host too.
Yeah,
We
she
need
was great.
more.
And also Tobin Heath and Kristen Press doing their recap show. That was really fun. And they brought it back for the NWSL finals, but just did like 3 episodes. And
Yeah.
I really like theirs too.
We need snappy women podcasts about sports.
I know, especially about women's sports.
Yeah. Maybe we should get 1 million listeners.
There we go.
Yeah.
No
Well,
problem.
my sad news is that my family is also in our soccer era. We went to this huge soccer store this weekend for like some small business Saturday sales.
Mhm.
There was every men's soccer jersey in the world that you could think of, every obscure player. Did they have a single pro women's soccer jersey? No, they did not. And there was
Yep.
like one or two women's national team jerseys. And oh
Yeah.
man, I was like, can I get a Sam Kerr jersey? Can I get an Alex Morgan jersey?
Yep.
Nope.
I know our big soccer store here too. It's all the men. And
Mm,
they have a little tiny section for the women, but it's just generic ones. It doesn't have any player on it. So it's the
right.
same as the men's jersey. It's just in a women's cut.
And I know these jerseys exist, but I guess I gotta buy them online.
Yep. That's where
Yeah.
I've gotten all my women's jerseys. We've got about 15 Alex Morgan jerseys around the house, in varying
Ah,
sizes. She's my
maybe
daughter's favorite player, so
I'll have to buy your extra, extra large version of that. The soccer jerseys
we
fit
haven't
tight.
gotten there yet. They're more like
Well,
extra small.
oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna fit anybody at my house.
Yeah.
So, the idea of the jersey is kind of a segue into what we're talking about today, which is our favorite scenes from romance novels about sports. And one of those is where she wears his jersey and he's like, "Oh, I love seeing her in my jersey." And it's
Yeah.
always
Yep.
huge. The jersey's always huge.
Yep. And she
I
she
love
kind of
that.
drowns in it, and it's usually it seems to be a morning after scene a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So
Yep,
she's
getting
wearing nothing
breakfast.
but the jersey.
Mhm. But then miraculously, often his jersey will show up for her to wear to his game.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if
And that
we were
is
doing
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say if we were doing some women's sports romances, we'd have to
Mhm.
have her special order him a big jersey to
Yep.
wear.
Yep. They do, again, online, they sell US women's players' jerseys in men's sizes because my husband has a Rose Lavelle jersey. Um,
Oh.
yeah, she's his favorite because she went to University of Wisconsin, which is where we went.
She is my husband's favorite because she is sassy.
That's another reason Dan likes her. Yes,
Yeah.
she just seems awesome.
Yeah. I'd
Um,
wear her jersey.
same. Yeah, my younger kid also has a Lavelle jersey. Uh,
Mm. Well, what's one of your favorite scenes in a sports romance, Liz?
well, speaking of wearing the jersey to the game, I love the scenes where she goes and sees him play and gets to watch him be at his best, all kinds of, competence porn and everything like that. And again, you can flip that for a women's sports one where he goes and gets to see her in her element. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, well, and I love those scenes. She's usually either, like, with her best friend or
mhm,
his family, and it's kind of the first time
yep,
she's meeting his family.
yep,
I like that.
yeah,
Yeah, those are good scenes. And that goes across all different kinds of sports romance. I've seen that in
mhm,
basketball, football, hockey.
yep, soccer,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Soccer, yes, of course. Um Let's see, another favorite of mine, and I feel like this always happens in a college sports romance, maybe not so often in adult sports romance, but where the heroine is stumbling and she runs into a brick wall, and guess what? It's the hero.
Hmm. Yep. That seems to be something across not just sports romance, but all romance. I'm reading a Tessa Dare historical, and last night she stumbled and ran into a brick wall. That was the hero.
Oh, man, which Tessa Dare
Yeah.
is that? I haven't read her in a while.
One Dance with a Duke.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna
It's an
listen to that.
older one, and someone told me it was a Christmas one, but it's set in
Oh,
the summer, so
oh,
I'm not getting my Christmas fix, but it's still really good because Tessa
okay.
Dare.
Yeah, I do love those scenes. Well, as I mentioned, I love it when the hero gets injured.
Yeah, the
And
whole
often
caregiving. Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of times that happens when she is at the game in his jersey with
Yep.
his family.
Yep.
I love the drama of those scenes.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely adds tension. Um, yeah, I also like when, like, he gives her sort of a behind the scenes tour, like takes her around the stadium and shows her the parts that the public doesn't get to see and
Mm.
things like that. Um, I always think
Well,
that's fun.
yeah, or like he has a special key to the ice rink so they can skate
Yep,
together
yep,
alone.
yep,
Yeah, the college heroes always have a special key to the facility.
yep.
Now listen, I played D1 sports in college, and
Oh, wow.
nobody had a special key
I'm
to
sure
those
not.
facilities. Oh my
I
gosh.
can't imagine.
And that was, like, before COVID and everything.
Yeah. What sport did you play? Soccer?
I played rugby.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's what we'll have to do an episode on rugby romance. There isn't a
Oh,
lot, but there is some, and
yes. I
it's
have
good.
opinions.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you do.
Yeah. But I will tell you what is true is, and one thing that, like, across the board does happen actually in real life is when he wears a suit. In college romance, I actually don't know if in professional sports they have to wear a suit, but the college athletes, they have to dress up for their games,
Yeah.
and, these guys look good in their suits.
Yes. I think a lot of the pros do too. Just from like pictures I see on social media when they're arriving at games and everything. But
Yeah,
it's not like a suit. It's a variety of fashion styles.
right,
But it's more than just sweatpants,
right.
which is another excellent moment. And this again goes farther than sports romance, but we love the hero in his gray sweatpants.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter if they're baggy sweatpants because they're not that baggy. Oh, those pants are so obscene.
I know.
You
And they
know, all
shouldn't be.
right, all the high school dress codes and stuff, they're like, "No midriff tops, no cutoff shorts," but
Yep.
it should really be no gray sweatpants. Not
Yes.
that I'm looking at high school children, oh my god.
Right. Right. No.
Oh, I gotta
But
add that disclaimer.
yes.
Well, the last favorite scene that I thought of was this idea of the family game. I've been reading a lot of, like, family series because, of
Mhm.
course, all the brothers play professional
Right.
sports,
Right.
right? But so there's always, like, at Thanksgiving, there's flag football,
Yeah.
but it's not really flag,
Yeah.
or family volleyball, and everyone is, like, spiking their guts out.
Hyper competitive and
Yeah.
yeah.
I love those scenes, and I love if you are reading an interconnected series, I love when the family game shows up in each of the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. Either as a it's fun when you get a series where it's the exact same scene, but different perspectives on each one, or you just have it like this year at Thanksgiving, it's his book, and then this year at Thanksgiving, it's his book. And
Yeah.
either way, that's fun.
Yeah. Those kinda all my favorite scenes. Do you have any other ones that we didn't talk about?
I like the scenes where the athletes are just hanging out and you see like the found family piece of being on a sports team. Um, and just the bonding and camaraderie that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and my first thought was goofing around, but it's not always because sometimes they
Yeah.
lose the game and they allow each other to feel feelings and
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, if any of our viewers out there have other favorite scenes in sports romance,
Yeah.
definitely leave a
Let us
comment for
know.
us. And if you have a favorite sports romance that has any of those scenes that we mentioned, also let us know because we wanna
Yeah,
read them.
definitely.
Yeah, and, we will put all of our links and stuff in the show notes. If you
Mhm.
enjoyed this, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Show us that you
Maybe
like
even a follow.
ooh, subscribe. Alright. Well, stay warm, Liz.
Yes, you
Yeah.
too.
Alright, everybody. Bye.
Bye.